Speaking26.com, Aaron's Speaking Podcast, Speaking26.com. Today's advice is from the scoring rubrics, delivery, and language use. The advice for delivery is this. I was working with a pharmacist and we uncovered why she's not scoring as high as she could already be in delivery. My advice to her and my advice to you guys is to become more aware of the way that you're delivering, the way that most of you are most likely to be delivering is in a very safe way. You are proceeding very cautiously, especially you women. You so badly don't want to make a mistake that you end up making the biggest mistake, which is not expressing confident delivery. Listen to my delivery right now. Am I trying to make you think that I'm the world's most polite person? Is that what my delivery is focused on doing? Is my delivery focused on making you think that I'm the most unpolite person in the world? No, it's neither of those. Right now, my delivery is focused on giving the kind of firm, assertive, and confident delivery that scores a minimum of 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking. If you think that this kind of delivery can help you to score 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking, start practicing that way. I encourage you to start practicing this way. One of the reasons why you might not be practicing your delivery this way is because you will have 1 or 2 days when it does cause you to make those small mistakes that you are trying to avoid, small pronunciation mistakes or small grammar mistakes. In order to get a higher score on delivery, you're going to have to care less about those small mistakes. You're going to have to go through a period of at least 1 or 2 days when you do see a small increase in those small mistakes, and it's worth it to do it overall. You have more than 1 or 2 days to pass your TOEFL. So start pushing yourself to speak more aggressively like this, to score higher on delivery, even if that comes at the price of making small mistakes for a day or two. After a day or two, you'll get more used to pushing yourself to do that, pushing yourself to score higher on delivery by speaking more firmly, assertively, and more confidently. That was the first piece of advice for today. The second piece of advice is from topic development from the scoring rubrics. Topic development. I know a lot of you have told me that you don't read the scoring rubrics. A very common thing I hear is something like this. Yeah, Aaron, I've looked at the scoring rubrics once or twice, but I don't find it helpful. The scoring rubrics don't tell us test takers how to score higher. It's like they were more interested in appearing smart when they wrote the scoring rubrics instead of being more interested in telling the test takers how to score higher. So I'm here to remind you that the scoring rubrics say topic development. It doesn't say topic copy. It doesn't say it does not say topic repeat. So when you're answering speaking question number 3 and 4, what are you developing? The next time you practice speaking question 3 and 4, after you give your answer and you are hopefully reviewing your own recording, the recording of your own answer, ask yourself this: at what point, or even better, at what points of your 60-second answer do you develop the topic, not just copy the topic? At what points, hopefully multiple points, at what points in your 60-second answer are you progressing the ideas, not just copying the ideas? At what point are you taking the ideas a little bit further? At what point are you doing what the scoring rubrics say? Developing, progressing, which is not just copying. Okay, there it is. There's a second thing I want to tell you, and here's a bonus. While I was finishing the second thing I wanted to tell you that was about topic development, I came up with this. When you review your 60-second answers, or when you review your speaking partner's 60-second answers, if you hear yourself or your speaking partner say, he explains or she explains, he or she is referring to the professor. If you hear yourself or your speaking partner say, he explains, she explains, or the professor explains, that's a red flag that somebody doesn't understand the question. The question does not say, the professor explained, and we want you to repeat back as much as you can. Does the question say that? Does the question mean that? So if you hear somebody or yourself say, he explains, she explains, the professor explains, that's a red flag that shows your language use is showing that you could score higher by better understanding the question. Speaking 20